Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com, and this is the HTC Legend. Camera works pretty well, 5 megapixel with flash. It's good for a cell phone camera. It's still a cell phone camera, not a, I'm not seeing a, I heard an executive from Nokia this week says something about, cell phone cameras are going to replace SLRs soon. I don't think so. But cell phone cameras go, it's pretty good, 5 megapixel, and HTC has kind of an advanced imaging interface here. I might have shown you this in the unboxing, but you've got kind of some advanced image properties you can control. And then if we go back here, you can tap to zoom in and out. You can't do it with the trackball, which I kind of wish you could, but you can zoom with the slider there. And you can see, I'll take a picture of the quarter here, and flash turns on. And it's kind of far away, it's coming out a little blurry. That's to be expected with a cell phone camera. If I take a picture of the incredible box, again, it's kind of dark in here. I can tap to focus there, the autofocus kicks in. And there you go, 5 megapixel, it'll blow up when you put it on a computer screen or what have you. And we'll go back here to the settings. And so in photo mode, you can go resolution up to 5 megapixel. If we go to video mode, you can go resolution up to VGA 640 by 480. Oops, sorry, that was out of frame. 640 by 480. So you're not going to get high def video capture on this, but for VGA resolution, it works pretty well. You can get pretty good clips and upload them to YouTube, share them however you like. So all in all, it's an above average cell phone camera I've found. Again, not many cell phone cameras to me can replace the standalones, but honestly, unless you're printing them out or want to view them at full resolution on your monitor, it works just fine for on-the-go photo taking. So the thing with these devices for me is more the responsiveness of the hardware and how it feels to type on it using the virtual keyboard and that kind of thing. So you've got the regular Android keyboard. You can install keyboard replacements if you want to, and I probably would if I was using this phone. I like HTC's layout a little more than the stock Android, and I like their text autocomplete system. I don't know if I would. I would at least try some replacement keyboards. The one thing about the 3.2-inch display as opposed to the larger ones, the 3.5 or 3.7, or even the HD2 and the forthcoming Evo 4G with their 4-inch plus displays, the 3.2-inch displays, it's funny to call it smaller because not that long ago 3.2-inch would have been huge for a phone. But it's a little bit smaller. And it comes into play on your virtual keyboards where you don't have a hard keyboard on these phones. And I like to type two-thumbed, and it's a little bit small for two-thumb typing. So let's go down to the, not the to field here, but let's go down to the actual composition field here. So the quick brown fox. And you can see as I'm doing this, it's the autocorrect system is definitely jumping in here. And I also hit the period there a bunch of times in between every letter when I was trying to hit the space bar instead of the period. I think one thumb typing going to be a little bit better on a display like this, this size, this display in general, or the single finger, which I think a lot of people do. The single finger, is that a dance step? The quick, I was like lazy sheep. What am I trying to type? And you can see the HTC autocomplete system is really nice, I think. Gives you the options, very easy to add something to the dictionary. So if I wanted to make up a new word, fox with 2 X's, I can just tap it and it's saved. Very easy, I really like it. It's a nice system, similar to the HTC system that's been around for a little while now. But again, the display itself, it's responsive, it works pretty well. But and obviously you can do Android style, the long press to get your kind of secondary option keys there. But I just think the display, if you're a power user, rapid fire typing, that kind of thing, you have to have fingers that are a little nimbler, maybe a little smaller than mine. And the two-thumb typing, which I personally prefer, 3.2 inches is just a little bit too small for it. So, bear that in mind, but the screen itself is responsive. And again, with Android, there are different keyboard replacements that you can choose to install. You've also got, in the People app here, you've got integration with Facebook and other services, which is kind of cool. And so you can see in my contacts here, here's Candace, and that's her Facebook profile picture, and she's got 2 updates there, and that's her Facebook status that automatically loads. And so we'll tap. See, it says that she's linked. Blocking out the rest here because you don't need to see her personal information. But you can see that you know, she's linked via Facebook, and then we will, off camera here, scroll over to her updates and events. And a little humor there from Candace laughing at her own use of the phrase piss and vinegar to describe crotchety behavior. Very nice. So there you go. It's kind of nice, you know, for somebody like me who doesn't actually like going to the Facebook or the Twitter websites or that kind of thing. This integration is nice because you can see people's updates and everything if you want to without having to launch the app and that kind of thing. So maybe not for a power Facebook user, or myself, I use Twitter a lot, and you know, like I said, I like to use other Twitter apps. But the integration here, I think, is definitely very cool, and it also keeps me up to date with birthdays. I'll see it in here, people's birthdays linked from the various social networking accounts. They'll pop up on here and remind me, which is kind of nice, because I tend to forget that kind of stuff. And then you can also load up photos. You don't need to see that, and we'll get that off screen. That's enough on Candace. You know, photos, details, all that kind of stuff on your different social networking contacts, which is pretty cool. I'm off screen there with the phone because, you know, I was trying to cycle past people's personal information. You didn't see that. So I like the use of integration here in HTC, their Sense system. I personally prefer it a little bit. With Moto Blur, you know, I like what they've done kind of in concept, but the execution is kind of a little bit cluttered for my taste. The HTC a little more streamlined. That's a personal matter, though. You might prefer the Moto Blur system, or, you know, a different system. Palm's WebOS system also quite nice, but you know, Sense, social network integration on the Legend. What else can I tell you? You know, a lot of it's kind of standard Android, but with Sense on top. And for me, a lot of it came down to the performance of the phone. Is acceptable, a little bit better than acceptable. The new version of Sense is definitely a little speedier than the old version, which on the original Hero had some performance lags. The internet browser works well. It's got pinch to zoom, which I'll show you in a second. Call quality was good, both signal and actual call quality. 3.5mm headphone jack worked well. Bluetooth compatibility, obviously, also I had no problems hooking it up to a headset or to a computer for file transfer, that kind of thing. You've got a micro SD card for expandable memory. And the web browser is Flash compatible also, which is pretty neat. Although I don't know how useful Flash on a smartphone is. I did a little informal Twitter poll the other day, and got kind of mixed results. Some of you saying, you know, Flash on any smartphone is a joke. Others of you saying I use it all the time. So I don't know. Sound off in the comments here if you have something about that. But in any case, you know, Flashlight works on the browser here. And again, here's the pinch to zoom, a little more responsive, obviously very responsive here, more so than when I was showing you in the photo gallery. It might have just been a little glitch with the way I was trying to access it. We'll go here to my man Megadug's site, which has a bunch of Flash games on it. I found with the Incredible and this phone and other phones that I've tried that Flash on smartphones works better for kind of lightweight animations and game playing than for watching video. But you know, Flash wasn't made for touchscreens, so the whole controlling your games gets a little dicey here. So we'll go to megadug.com. You can play his homemade games there for free, some games he made for clients, all that kind of stuff. I'm just giving a little props to my man Doug because he works hard. Schoolyard Bully is a really fun game, I think. Better played on a computer than on a smartphone, though. But I was playing bowling the other day, and so we'll go to bowling here, and the Flash game will load up. And you can see it loads up quickly. And I can zoom in, and so I'll play some bowling. I'll go with the pink ball, kind of pink-red there. And so there's no mouse, and so it does work, but you know, it's a little funny. And this isn't a problem with the phone. This is just having to do with, you know, Flash content. So okay, I've got the Flash content now in its own window there, and so let's see if I can get it rocking here. There you go, yeah, gutter ball. But it works, right? Flash not designed for touchscreens. Anyway, didn't mean to get off into a rant about, oh, I thought that was a strike. That was looking good. What, did I get 6? Yeah, I got 6. But can I double tap to zoom in? Oh, I can pinch to zoom. You can see I got 6. But there you go. It's Flash content. It's working. So, you know, if you're looking for Flash on a phone, here you go. It works. Works on the Incredible as well. Again, for your US viewers who don't have the option of picking up the Legend on a carrier. There you go. My bowling skills getting a little better with each roll. But again, the web browser works quite well, very responsive. I was going to show you with the storage. So as I said at the top, the design of this phone is an object. I think it's just really, I really like it. It's ironic that it's sort of Apple-esque with Apple suing HTC, but the whole unibody aluminum done up in kind of brushed silver with the black accents reminds me of MacBooks and iMacs and iPads and all that stuff. But whatever, that notwithstanding, it's a really nice job in the design, and it feels just kind of more luxurious than your average cell phone. The rubber makes it nice and grippable, but a nice heft to it. It's not heavy. It's certainly pocketable, but it feels luxurious. And then what's kind of cool is you open up the end cap here, and that's where you get to everything. Kind of like the actually like the Motorola Devour too, also a unibody design with kind of all your stuff in one spot here. So you take the end cap off, and then you snap this thing open. Those of you who watched the unboxing video, sorry to repeat myself here, but I just think it's kind of worth showing. You've got your SIM card slot and then your micro SD card slot also. So that's where you get your storage for your media files and all that good stuff. Battery life has been fine. It's kind of what, my rule of thumb these days with a high-end smartphone is if I can use it as much as I want and then I have to recharge it at night after one day, that's kind of the standard for me. And certainly this gets me through a day with, kind of constant use of all the different social networking features and all that kind of stuff. The fact that it's edge only actually probably extends the battery life. On 3G, the battery's going to run down a little bit faster, and then it's obviously got GPS as well. I guess I knocked the battery out when I took the back cover off there. But, so battery life's been fine. All in all, it's a big thumbs up for me for this device. The real question, is if you're interested in an HTC Android phone, do you wait, if you're in the US, do you import this, buy it unlocked, pay a little more, run it on edge only, GSM, or do you wait for one of the US carriers to pick it up in some form as like the Hero 2 or something like that? Or do you just go ahead and opt for Incredible, which in a lot of ways is a very similar device, but bigger, faster, I don't want to say better, but certainly bigger and faster, higher end camera, that kind of thing. So, that's kind of the question. But for what it is, the Legend gets a big thumbs up from me. Really dig it. And again, I don't know, the more and more, I'm in this spot where I see almost all the phones. I see new phones constantly, and that's my job. And so after a while, they start to all become, the same in some aspects in terms of the software, and the different HTC Sense phones kind of run the same and that kind of thing, and you see the performance differences. But so then I really start to notice the difference in the object itself. And where to me the Devour was a cool looking phone, cool design, but very large, this is kind of a similarly really cool design, but nice and sleek and elegant, and I really like it. Have I said that? I like it. There you go. Legend, thumbs up. If you're in Europe, or I believe in parts of Asia and the Pacific, and you can pick it up on a carrier with the 3G, even better. In the US, you're going to have to import it and pay a little more for it, and it's going to be edge only on either T-Mobile or AT&T. And again, nothing I know about any plans to bring this to the US on a carrier, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't show up in some form, although it might get changed, right? Because the Hero, Sprint changed it a little, Verizon changed it a lot. They both changed it quite a bit. Verizon picked it up as the Droid Era, Sprint as the Hero, so, we'll have to wait and see with this one. There you go. Thanks to HTC for loaning us the unlocked Legend. More on this phone over on PhoneDog.com and DroidDog.com. I know John's got one of these himself, so check out DroidDog for his take on it. But there you go. My pleasure, and a full review of the HTC Incredible coming soon as well. Till next time, thanks for watching. I'm Noah. Don't forget, you can win stuff both on the OnePod Bandit, and also as of my shooting this video today, I'm giving stuff away on Twitter. Thanks to HTC and the other companies for sponsoring that. Enough of that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank